everyone, and welcome to our video tutorial today on GL accounts, or general ledger accounts. These are essentially codes that allow you to break up your different types of revenue that you report on within your business. These codes generally come from your accounting software. For those of you who do not have an accounting system, it may be a code that you need to gain from your accountant. To add these into the NewBook system, simply head to the main menu search on the left and type in GL accounts. Once we're on this page, you'll see a full list of existing codes that we've got added in the system. The number, again, is something provided from your accounting software system or your accountant, and then you can set a description about what it is actually for in the system. To add a new general ledger account, you simply select Add in the top right. You're able to select what the code is and also a description again as to what it is actually reporting on. Once you've added your code and description, you'll simply be able to select Save. That would be a standard setup for all of your income or revenue general ledger accounts. However, please note there is also this option that we have for specific general ledger accounts where you may refund certain items to a guest. So for anyone that takes security deposits or security bonds, which are refunded to the guest upon checkout, you can set one of your general ledger accounts to be refundable so that you're able to see which charges in the system are still being held and are owed back to the guests. Other than that, you simply select Save. Now that we've got our general ledger accounts listed in the system, we need to set them against the appropriate areas of NewBook so that when we run financial reports, NewBook knows where to raise the billing for, and it will reflect that against each of those general ledger accounts in the system. So the two core areas we have are our categories. So in the top left-hand corner, we're going to go to categories, where we see our list of styles of accommodation that we sell within our property. So we've got the name of them, and you'll notice over on the far right we have a general ledger account which is set for each one. So my specific business likes to split up all of my different types of accommodation into their own unique general ledger account so I can truly see how much money I bring in each year for those specific types of accommodation. If you're creating a new category of accommodation in NewBook and you wish to add that general ledger account against it, you would first create the general ledger account and then head to the category page and select Add Category. You would then fill out all of the standard category details, and within the Billing Setup tab, you'll need to ensure that you select the correct general ledger account from the list based on what you have just created. Once you save that, it will ensure that when bookings start dropping into the system and your nightly rates generate, it will start raising the billing under that particular code. The second area that we have in the system where you can set your general ledger accounts is within our inventory item page. So if we head into our main menu search in the top left, we're going to locate inventory items. Remember, this is essentially anything else in the system that you report on separate to your rates. So this can be anything from a bottle of water to your security bonds that you charge guests when they check in. It could be for any food and beverage items that you sell, any activities, basically anything that you need to record revenue for within the system. You can see we've got, as an example here, the name of our inventory item for a $10 refundable key deposit, and you'll notice the general ledger account column here has got its own key deposit bond GL set against it. So if you needed to update that, if it was incorrect, you can simply click on here and in the top edit, and that will update the GL account once you've adjusted this here and then saved. Please note that will only update for new bookings when you add this item onto those. It won't update anything existing in the system. So it is really important that you set your general ledger accounts up correctly, set them correctly in the category of accommodation, and ensure that your inventory items are set against the appropriate and correct general ledger accounts. If we pop back over here as well, if we needed to create a brand new inventory item, again, on this screen, add inventory item. And in the first tab is where we need to set the name of what it is that we're selling, the price, and where we want that revenue to be distributed to, and also where within our client accounts do we want that to be raised as well. Once you've got all of these set correctly, you'll then be able to start running some of our financial reports to gauge where your revenue or income is being distributed. As an example, for businesses who report tax on a cash accounting level, where you take payment up front and have to pay tax on that when you receive it, regardless of when the booking is staying. If you were to run something such as your reconciliation report, this is going to show you where the money is essentially being reconciled against within the system. So you can see the reconciliation report is showing general ledger accounts here, and it's advising that all of these different ones throughout the current year have had money reconciled against them. So this is what you owed tax on for that reporting period. If you are an accrual accounting business, you would use something such as our earned revenue report. And this one here, if again I run this for the year, is looking at tax that you owe based on bookings that are actually staying in the reporting period or charges raised within the dates that you're looking at. So you can see it's showing our general ledger accounts, how many charges have raised, anything that's been voided from cancellations or booking modifications, any credits raised for things like discounts or manual credits or travel agent commissions, and then your total revenue inclusive and exclusive of tax. And then down the bottom, you've got your total revenue for that period that you owe tax on. If you have any further questions about any of these reports, bear in mind you can always click into the question mark icon in the top right corner, and that's going to show you information about the report that you're on. Again, if you're creating general ledger accounts or creating categories or creating inventory items, again, when you're on those actual pages, when you click into here and then click on the question mark, it's going to load articles relevant to that page. So it's giving you information on what a GL account is. You can have a look at how to add one in, how to edit, and if there are any relevant videos as well that can teach you a little bit more about the functionality. That does bring us to the end of our video tutorial today on general ledger accounts. We hope you've enjoyed, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.